Hello y'all. I know this is not chainsaw or wood related, but it's kind of a pickup truck and you can haul that stuff around. Figured you'd be interested. Here's Julio. Julio was basically kind of given to my dad. He did trade me a four-wheeler for it. But I mean, it's worth considerably more than the old four-wheeler. He wanted it and he wanted to have it, and I said, sure, take it. And so he had it for 3 or 4 years. I've had it for 3 or 4 years, 4 or 5 years, something like that. And done a lot to this machine. And he, got to where, he wasn't able to keep up with it and stuff and keep it driving it and things. And so I went back and I got it. I don't know what to do with it now. It is literally the coolest pickup truck I've ever seen in my life. And that includes everything that's new and nice and all that stuff. This is the coolest style pickup truck I've ever seen. I love it. Did a lot to it. So it's got a little straight six. I'll go ahead and show you because you probably, if you're watching this video, it's because you saw the thumbnail and you thought you'd see it. Oh, come on. Oh, hold on. There we go. All right. So it's running like crap now. Carburetor's going to need to be rebuilt. Something's going on with the ignition. It will fire up and run, but he put points in there, and I adjusted them a little bit best I could whenever I was home. But I'll probably get rid of those again and put the electronic ignition back in there and rebuild the carburetor, and it should be perfectly fine. That's all it needs. It could also just have bad gas in it because it's set. It's set for probably a whole year or more without truly being ran. But if you look at it, you just at a glance, you think, oh, this is an old beat up truck. Well, it's anything but. Look at that grill. The grill is perfect. All right. You can tell it's in 1965 because it's got the split. 64 didn't have a split in the middle. That's really the only difference between a 64 and a 65. It was originally a 3 on the tree, and I adapted a world-class T5 from an S10, like a 1995 S10. I got that transmission out of there. Made a world of difference. Running 388 gears and a positive traction rear end. It's got all new front end and stuff. I know this sounds like a sales pitch, but I mean, I'll probably sell it, but I mean, that won't happen for a long time. Like at least not for another month or so, because I've got to clean it up, and there's no real rust on it aside from a little bit in front of both tires, which, yep, it's still pretty good. I had put rust mort all over it to get the rust to stop, and it's not that bad. Yeah, it's still good and solid. I had cut the lip out in order to fit these bigger tires, but again, whenever I cut the lip out, I did rust mort and painted it. Yeah, let's look at this. It's patinaed, but it's been clear coated with PPG Global, and it's good to go. I will say that it does have rusted out floorboards. All of them do. If you don't have rusted out floorboards, you're either from the desert or the floorboards have already been replaced. Because one of two things happened to all of these. And well, one thing basically, the windshield leaked. All right, the windshield leaked always, and if you didn't fix it, flooded the floorboard and it rotted it out. I guess there is a second thing. This cowl right here, these things would trap stuff in the cowl, and you could get a hole in the cowl. I have no idea if that hole is going on or not, but I do know for a fact that the windshield leaks. But the floorboard is really the extent of the rust. The other big thing that these have going on that everybody wants to know about is the doors. I'm trying to do this. The doors rust out on the bottom. As you can see, there ain't no rust. There's almost just nothing, like straight up. The passenger side looks like that too. So it's got seats from I think it's a 1987 Ford Ranchero in there. I mean, they're hodgepodge. I built those brackets. I tried not to drill any holes, so I used pre-existing holes. But I think the I think the holes were there from some other crappy seats that somebody put in there. I got some split headers that have never been bolted on. Maybe I'll get around to doing that before I sell it, but honestly, I doubt it. It has Indy Mag slotted aluminum mag wheels. Very hard to find those. They're 8 inches in the back, 7 inches up front, I think. Maybe it's 7 in the back, 6 up front. I don't know. I think it's 8 and 7 though. But yeah, there's Julio. Ooh, I haven't even checked the tailgate. Yeah, tailgate still works. Yay! Anyways, it's a really cool old truck, but it's been sitting and needs cleaned up real bad. But I'll do that. I'll get it cleaned up and probably gonna put it on bring a trailer, because I just don't have I don't have room for 2 toy pickup trucks. This is a toy, and that right there is a toy. And this is actually a real truck that'll actually haul 1,000 pounds in the bed. If you put 1,000 pounds in the bed of this thing, yee, you'd be screaming, stop it, stop it. But yeah, so anyways, that's what's up. I just thought I'd show you guys. It's a 200 inline straight 6. And it is a gem of an engine. I mean, it really is. It runs great, doesn't use no oil. It's a real bang up good little engine. I had it dynoed and it produced 72 horsepower to the rear wheels, straight up. 72 horsepower. That right there is a speedo box. So the transmission, because it's from a 95 S10, it has a digital speedometer sensor. And the only real way around it, or at least reasonable way around it, is to get one of these boxes right here. What it does, it receives that the digital input signal, and it exports. It's got an actual little motor in there to turn your manual speedo cable. That's pretty neat. Expensive as crap. Ugh. These right here, so the bumper, as you can tell, is crap, right? So one of the things that's really easy to get on these is the brackets that hold the front bumper on. It's not easy to get the brackets that hold the rear bumper on, because these brackets are the same thing as a Falcon, which are the same thing as a Mustang. So it's easy to get those. Not easy to get the back, because since it's not actually a Falcon, this section back here it sticks out further, and so those brackets are different. So anyways, point is the bumper was already crap, so I didn't mind screwing it up by cutting those slots. And the brackets, I know that you can get those easily anyway. So I welded these onto those brackets and made a good sturdy support. It really is good and sturdy. And what I had was like a Dukes of Hazzard style push bumper on here with a little ATV winch, just because it looked cool. But my dad didn't think it looked cool, and he took it off of there and he sold the ATV winch. So now I just got those. I'll probably go ahead and buy me another police push bumper to put back on, so that people aren't going, why are those sticking out there? You know, just one less thing to have to tell people about. Well, it's because they're made for a police push bumper. Anyways, all right, that's it. Oh, all the glass is perfect. It just needs to be sealed up with that windshield. And that's Julio, guys. You know how I came up with the name Julio? Well, I figured out that Ranchero is just simply rancher in Spanish, right? And so I typed in name of Mexican ranchers, and Julio came up. And I said, ah, then Julio it is. That's Julio the Rancher. All right, see ya.